Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Night Show. Your host Superman in the house. Another day in PulseChain and crypto. We're going to get into it all, and of course, we've got some hot news from the Monster Thread number 26. 6 months of the Monster Thread, incredible stuff, and of course, a big shout out to our editor-in-chief and promotional lead for the Crypto Night Show, MVS Johnson. He has been doing an amazing job for 26 weeks, 6 months. Can you believe it? With the Monster Thread. So we're going to go through that today. Hope you guys enjoy it. Also, we're going to look at PCock. PCock is just going to be ramping up over the month of November with its big roadmap. We went through that yesterday, but overnight it continued to move higher. This thing is looking like an absolute juggernaut on PulseChain and could be meme number 9 in the world that goes to $1 billion. It is very exciting, guys. Very exciting indeed. Now, we're going to do a few other updates as well. We're going to be talking about Tetra. The update for Tetra coming up, and of course that will lead on to Signum, Oracle, and then lead on to potentially, maybe depending on the ETH price, on the PUSD ALGO, the stablecoin as well. So we've got a triple domino effect there that could potentially happen as well, and many others. So that's going to be pretty exciting. We've also got to talk about an update for XDEX, not on PulseChain but on X1. Of course, the I guess the Solana 2.0, the fork of Solana that's going to have all the bells and whistles from Jack Levin. We're going to talk about the update from Jason. He's the dev for XDEX, and we're going to get into that as well. So I hope you guys look forward to that. It's going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun. We're getting ready to rumble. Obviously, we've got a bit of a pullback today in terms of the crypto market. Obviously, we had the balancer hacks everywhere. That's caused a heck of a lot of drama, and unfortunately, a lot of money has been taken. So that's definitely been out there as well. And so, yeah, it's all we got that knock, right? Got that hit on the markets right now. So we're going to get into all during the live stream as well. Now, regarding we have been covering Gladiator games. We'll no longer be covering Gladiator games moving forward for probably very obvious reasons out there. So we will not be covering that anymore on this channel. Unfortunately, it's not good, and so we are moving on from that. That's all you can do in crypto. And so, yeah, that's probably my main comment there on that. So we're going to get into the show. Let's go and talk about all the good stuff that is happening in crypto and focus on that. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy the show. Don't forget to subscribe, smash the follow button on X as well. If you guys haven't gotten to the socials, join up to the Telegram group. It is free. If you want to get into the Discord, that is a private Discord, and we have the Strategy Club, which is $35 a month. That's really great value. I'm passing intel there constantly, and of course, also if you want to get into the just as a community member, that's I think $12.50 or $15 a month, something like that. That's included, of course, in Strategy Club. So check that out in the socials there. All right, we've got Crypto Dan in the house there. What's up, Superman? Hope you're well. I'm very well. Thank you very much, Crypto Dan. And it's very sunny here in New Zealand, which is really nice, guys, because we've come out, of winter and we've just started to have some hot, sunny days. It's just really amazing. I once watched a movie of a planet that was like Earth, but it wasn't Earth. And I watched it as a kid, and apparently it rained for like 100 years. And every 100 years, so it would miss a couple of generations, basically. It would rain on one day. It would rain on one day. And just so happens that during the movie, it rained. It didn't rain for that one day in 100 years, which was pretty crazy. And everyone came out and danced and celebrated because it was that special. Have a sunny day. So there we go. There's a little bit of a story for you about sunny days. We got Sean in the house there. Good morning, Chads. Up only, says Sean. Absolutely up only. And of course, onwards and upwards for the old PulseChain. Now, let's get into it. I've got a few things I've got to set up here because I'm a little bit behind the times. But we're going to quickly set this up. Won't take me long at all. Don't forget to get in the chat there as well. We love a lively chat. It's very cool to have that. So get in the chat there. And we're going to get into all the news today. And I guess we've got the stock market as well to go through. So we're going to do that too. We're going to race through that and get to all the bullish stuff there. All right, so let me just put that all in the right order. I think we're looking good there. Let's put that over the end there as well. And I think we're looking pretty good on that front. Let me just pull up one other thing. And we're good to go there. Yeah, I'm supposed to set this all up before the live stream, but hey, sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Let's get down here. Now, where was the last post that I had? I got to find on this one. So we're going to go a bit further back there. I think we're almost down to that. Yeah. All right. I think we might start there. We might start there. That's a good place to start. All right. The Crypto Dan says weather is terrible in Scotland currently. Could do with some sun. Well, yes, Scotland, man. All the great movies, right, out of Scotland. Was it Braveheart was in Scotland? I guess they filmed that. Yeah, great. Scotland. Yeah, it's a place I would like to go to. Yeah, although I've got to go through England, and I bet it's pretty risky, right, going through London right now. But Scotland, definitely. I guess you could fly there. I don't know. Let me know if you can. I'm pretty illiterate to all that. Obviously, being on the opposite side of the world in New Zealand, I'm not too familiar with a lot of the places there. But Scotland, beautiful, of course. All right, let's start the show. Let's get into it. So let's go to the stock market. And let's get into the details there. Now, as you guys know, we're in the fourth industrial age of intelligence. Crypto Dan says, yeah, you can fly direct to Scotland. Nice. What's the main city? I've just forgotten. Not Castle. Newcastle? No, it's Edinburgh? No, something. Let me know. That's how illiterate. Got all these names floating in my head, but I have no idea where they are. All right. I used to be good at geography too, which is a shame thing. Blair's in the house there. Hi, all. Good to see you, Blair. Welcome to the chat. All right, let's get into it. I'm taking a little bit of time here, but we're getting there. All right, so stock market today. It is Edinburgh. Oh, that wasn't too bad then. Was that the first one I said? I think it might have been. Edinburgh there, Scotland there. And you got the thick. Have you got the thick Scottish accent? I can't even do it. I won't even try. But yeah, one of the great comedians is from Scotland. What's his name? Funny guy. I've forgotten his name too. There we go. Stock market today. S&P 500 climbs as Nvidia and Amazon lead AI stocks higher. Of course, AI there, just one of the key things that giving us the intelligence age. Probably, might be one. If some people say it's probably the greatest invention. We'll see. Obviously, they're expecting that to get to general intelligence, and we'll see if that does that. It will always be a mathematical process, right? It'll always be something like that. So it's just store computer at the end of the day. We got Dow Jones at the moment down 0.5%, 226 points to 47,336. We've got the S&P 500 is up 700% to 6,852. Nasdaq there up 0.5%, 109 points to 23,834. So nice little move there for the tech side of the stock market. Let's have a look at some of the other things here. So AI is shining in Nvidia, Amazon. Now, Nvidia, I think it's got its profit numbers coming up soon. I think it's the 17th of May or something. That could be a trigger event in November for, I think it's the 17th. We'll have to double check, but I think it might be 17th. There could be a very important trigger point in the stock market because of the fact that Nvidia went to 5 trillion, and if they have anything disappointing in the revenue, they could send the whole market down, right? And it could be a correction. Although we did have that liquidation event, a few weeks back, so we'll see what happens there. Just something of note, though, about that. All right, let's jump into the commodities. I guess let's go to the commodities now. We've got the US dollar at 99.7, so that's strengthening. So that's kind of cool to see. I do think a stronger dollar is a much better play. West Texas there at $61, and Brent oil is just below $65. And we're still expecting, apparently, gallon in the US is Trump's talking about it heading towards $2, so that would be fantastic. And I guess they'll get more supply there. There won't be. I don't know what the cost is, but I remember back in the day, it used to be like $11 or $12 or something like that for some of the low cost providers of oil moving into petrol processing costs. We got gold at the moment at back over 4,013, and then we got silver at $47.90 right now. So not back over 50, but still gold doing okay there with the old stock market. So that's pretty much it. Let's get into crypto quickly and talk about the results there. Let me get in the chat there as well. Get lively, and if you're on X, don't forget to share the show around. I am streaming an hour early today because I've got a few other things to do on the sunny day. But that is where we are. So I think I started at 6 p.m. Eastern, didn't I, on the old time there? Probably caught a lot of people off guard, no doubt. All right, so let's get into the stock crypto market and see how that's going. So stock market was pretty good. Let's see how the crypto market is going today. All right, so we got the market is down 4.2%. Obviously, the balancer issue. Now, obviously, that's probably spoofed or spooked the balance of forks we've got on PulseChain, like PCock, I think it was, and also the recent one, Tide, isn't it, as a balance of the V3 fork. So don't know whether there's a particular difference between those with the exploit process. But down 4.2% there today, down 3.6 trillion. So really tiny market cap for the old crypto. We've got Bitcoin at the moment down 3.2%. So pretty decent down day there. $106,421 for Bitcoin. Ethereum there, it's down 6.9%. OMG, guys, $3,588. So I don't know if you want to pick up some Ethereum. It's probably a good time. Once again, I don't know what's happened with the exploit values, whether they've been dumped into US dollars or whatever has happened there. Haven't really been tracking it, but it's probably worth tracking there because obviously that's what the market gets spoofed a little bit there. XRP down 8.42%, $2.30 at number 4. BNB down 8% there, below $1,000, $991 at number 5. Solana down 10.7% for Solana. And of course, we're going to be talking about X1 a little bit later on because it's going to be a fork of that. But with all the bells and whistles, what already is, it's out there live already, X1 already. But what else we got going there? Tron at number 9, down 4.8%, 28.2 cents. And then finally, Doge there, number 10, is down 9.4% at 16.65 cents. And I guess we have to mention ADA there at number 11, down 8.6% at 55 cents. So those are where our top majors are. And the best performer is Bitcoin, only down 3.2%. So there we go. Best performer over the last week for that, it's all pretty bad. It's all pretty red now. I guess the best performer is Tron, only down 5.6%. Best performer top 100. Well, apparently we've still got some green ones. Dash, good old Dash, man. Some OG memories, Dash. Couldn't you used to mine Dash with all the miners? It used to be one of the popular miners. I'm pretty sure that was Dash. 130% is at number 78. So Dash making a move there. We got White Bitcoin at number 26, up 25%. Internet Computer, which was the darling for at least a year or so when the market was down. That was up 21.7% at number 63. Zcash also recently, been making some good moves. Is at number 4 or sitting at number 31, but is the fourth best performer, up 21% there. And then number 40 is BitTensor Tau, up 13.7%. So you got 5 coins on the move there, and 6 if you add Memecore that are over 10% in the last week. So you'll still be pretty happy if you're in those. In the top 100, top 1,000, we've got Jelly My Jelly. We've got Mindblue, we've got Decree, and then, of course, trending, we've got Dash, Asta, and Bitcoin right now. Dash, Asta, and Bitcoin. And, we're gonna leave this sheet over here because we're going to be talking about that when we get to Liberty Swap. So we're going to come back to CoinGecko. But in the meantime, we're going to talk about PulseChain and get into that. And if you don't forget to repost the show out there as well. Bam, bam, bam. All right, so we've got day 906. Day 906 on PulseChain. The results for Pulse are at $0.281, or down 4%. So we probably will pull up the chart for the Pulse in a minute, actually, and see how that's going before we get into the market results. But that is, we defended 2,700. We rallied quite high. I think we went to 3,500, if I remember rightly, and we come back down to 28. And of course, we did have a seller last week, a $500,000 seller, validated get out, and then of course. We've just had probably a bit of weakness there. That being said, we've got Liberty Swap with the 200-300K coming in. That would help lift the markets, maybe 5-6%, 7%, presumably. So we might get a bit of reversal on that this week. I'm not sure what they've been doing with those purchases, but I know they had half the money in. So we'll talk about that too. PulseX at the moment, quadruple 182, down 5.9%, down at 1820. So quadruple 1800. So quite a discount there. And the good news, guys, 8% on the buy and burn, folks. We hit it. We hit the 8% on the buy and burn. There's some. Yeah. So you can always find a bit of light, in the red. You can always find a bit of light in the red there. 8%, guys, on the buy and burn there, based on GoPulse numbers. Ink token there, $1.08, down 3.75%. And we got the Hex at the moment, 6200th of a penny, down 6.5%. EHEX at the moment, 1600th of a penny on the EHEX. So it's back down almost towards the lows there on EHEX. Combined price EX and PX is at 7800th of a penny, so just over 0.75 cents. So let's go to the gas prices. We've got 3.5 million beats, so very high gas right now. I'm not sure what's driving that, but that's up huge. Remember, we've been down at 3 100,000 beats, approximately 350. Super cheap, and it's now 10x that now. And the price, we were down at what, 3-4 tenths of a penny. It's now at 4 cents. I'm not sure what's driving this spike right now, but that is pretty high. Validators at the moment, 53,283 validators on PulseChain. That's gone up, so that's been good over the last Ks. We're stuck down at about 53,150 or something, and then looks like we've moved back up there. The bridge right now, $91.8 million, so we're down again. We're sitting at, I think, was it 95.2, I think, yesterday. So we're now at 91.8, so we're down quite a lot. And EHEX, of course, making a big contribution there because it's down 1 or 2 tenths of a penny there from yesterday, 16. So I think it was 18. I think it might have been 18, so it's down from there. That's going to drift it down quite a bit there. But let's go to the snapshot that I got for the bridge. This is on the 25th. So what we're now on the 4th. So what's that, about 9 days, say, something like that. Now, we had 8,300 ETH back 9 days ago, and we've got 6,200 now, so we're down 100 ETH. Hex was 22.9 million, is now 19.7. OMG. OMG. Yeah, we're down 3.2 million. I think we're down about 3.2 million on the EHEX, just with that price change. Crazy, eh? Pretty similar amount of EHEX over on the bridge. DAI was 20 million, just under 20 million, and DAI is now 19.7, so we're down 230,000 there. USDC was 15.4 million. We're at 14.9. So we're down $500,000 in USDC, and USD Tether was just under 5.2. We're just over 5.2. So USD Tether is the one that's gone up. So ETH and the other two stables gone down. USD Tether's gone up, but only maybe $60,000 or something like that. Bitcoin's pretty similar, and Coaster's pretty similar. So there we go, folks. We're down on ETH and DAI and USDC, but up on USD Tether there. But ultimately, EHEX is dragging us down quite dramatically there. All right, that's pretty much that on that one. Let's jump over to, before we get into the coins, I want to go to find Rat Pulse. Let's have a look at the chart, see how that is cooking. And we're going to go here. All right, have a look at this. So let's do a health check on the old PulseChain chart. And we might go full screen here. Bam. And we've got a lot of overlays, so we're going to get rid of that, I guess. Should we go to weekly? Let's go to weekly chart. Let's see what that makes a little bit, and I'll get rid of the overlays. Bam. All right. So not looking great on the old PulseChain. We've still got the higher lows, so that's the key bit. That's the key bit there. I'm going to say. So the key bit there, 2,700 is what we want to defend. We've already hit it 1, 2, almost 3 times, and looks like we're drifting back down to that again. But we haven't hit it yet. We're 2,800, not far away though. Not far away. We're 2,800 there. Now, hopefully, some of the PCock buying will help push this. Keep us above this 2,700, because none of us really want to go below it, because we've got this nice little upper highs here. Now, we already have broken down the channel. I'm going to show you that in a minute. And so if we add the overlays there, we've been having these higher. We got the low here. We got the high. We got the high. Sorry, we got the higher low, and then a higher high, and then we got the higher low intact. We want to keep that intact as best as we can. All right, so that is if we look at the triangle there, I'm going to get rid of the RSI. We can see that we're kind of breaking that right now on the weekly, which is not the best. Yeah, but as long as we keep the higher low, as long as we hold that 2,700, that's very, very key right now. And hopefully, PCock coming in with $200,000-$300,000 is going to help stem that tide, hold that line. And of course, buying off the bottom is going to be pretty important there too. We've got Vinny in the house there. Hi guys, let's go. PCock in the house. Yeah, PCock in the house for sure. All right, so that's kind of where we are right now. Contra 2,800 and so on. So that's the channel. Now let's go to the weekly again, and we'll bring this in. Now the green area is, of course, is the area where we could get a rally in the chart. Obviously, crypto, 10, 20 days of the year is when the best days of the crypto has. So, the markets can turn around very, very fast in a very, period of time. And we're still very bullish about the end of the year here. Now, we do have a bit more uncertainty than normal, obviously around the Fed Reserve coming down to, I think, about 60% probability. Although, we do have still a weaker labor market. Inflation really, even though it's at 3%, not really that high. And so hopefully we'll still get that next rate cut of 25 basis points just to keep that, to keep the momentum going there. and that's for December, right? That's for December. So we'll keep an eye out on that. In the meantime, we're still going to get quite a bit of good crypto news out in that time from the White House, so we'll probably have to follow up on that too. But today, of course, we've got the balance issue not helping with the general markets. So that's kind of where we are right now at quadruple 2800. I'll keep an eye out on that. And of course, we want to break this new triangle that we've got, right? This blue one here. We want to break that now, which would be, up around 4,000 mark, somewhere around that ballpark by the time we moved up there, around 4,000. So if we were trying to do if we had a big gold mode candle, it would have to break 4,400, right, to break that area there. So we'll keep an eye out on that. I don't think that's something that we're going to see in the next few weeks, but it could be something we see in December, maybe even in New Year's, maybe at the end of December, we might see something like that happen. We have seen it before back in 2020. Remember that? All right, so that is where we are right now on the PulseChain. Let's go to the overall markets and have a look at how we're going. So yeah, we got 16.2 million volume. So that's good, guys. That's really good. So we were sitting down below 10 million, remember, for a couple of days. $8-9 million, which is pretty bad. We all know it was the weekend. I guess it partly plays in the weekend volumes. We are coming into the week, and we have picked up the 16 million. We've got a few new coins. Well, a new coin just launched called Rimus. Now, we have new coins launched all the time. I obviously don't know, get a chance to check them all. But this has been around 42 minutes, up 542%. Probably a pump tire migration there, and so on there. It looks like it's is it related to McDonald's? I don't know, but there we go. That is out at the moment. Joy of PulseChain been around for 5 days. It's up 400%. So let's have a look at that on the daily. That's the daily. So someone's come along and pumped that chart. It pumped all the way from quadruple 9,700 to 3 zeros 5,000. So a massive bump there, 5x. And it doesn't seem to have any issues with it. I think it may be a pump tires there. Joy PulseChain. I think, was it Crypto Girl or somebody was promoting this or talking about this? I'm not sure. But it's got big long. Look at that big long letter, big long there about Richard Ross there. All right, so that is on the move there. We'll see what happens to that chart. DevCoin is at half a penny. It's up 167%, and this has been around for some time, 2 months and 18 days, and this has been market pumped as well. All these market makers doing the old pumperlicious there. I don't know if there's any particular news around DevC, but that is on the move. Should we go check the X count and then see what it says? I guess that's the one way we can quickly find out. See if there's any news. Oh, it's going to Liberty Swap. Okay. Oh, that's weird. That's weird. All right, so that's DevC, and yeah, it's on the move. John McAfee, someone launched this, I think, 12 hours ago. I guess maybe a tribute, but it's up 130%, and they paired it to PCock. So it's PCock's pretty popular these days. It's been around for 12 hours. So it's the old John McAfee there. Yeah, not endorsing any of these. Of course, I haven't checked any of these, right? But that chart's on the move right now. We always get some of these every day, just about. We got this one here, the one with no digit here, that's been around for 2 months, up 55%. We got Peahen, of course, PulseChain Peahen there. That there. Let me look at the chart there. I don't know the security of this, but a quick check on there. And this chart's forever up there, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. It's looking pretty incredible, isn't it? So it did do a bit of a U, so a pretty classic shape in crypto if it's going to be recovering. Sometimes they just typically go down, right? But if they're going to recover, that's a typical shape we might see. And yeah, it's at 1,200th of a penny, almost 1,300th of a penny there. Market cap is 973K there. So that is Peahen. What else we got going? Of course, PCock, right? So we're going to get into PCock. PCock had quite a nice strong move overnight. And which pair should we go through? The main pair. We're going to go for the Pulse pair here. Let's pull this up separately. And then we're going to go through the Pulse PCock news because it's really humming, isn't it? And this is going to be it's a systemic bump because it's going to be leading PulseChain, I think, into glory here. So we're at 2.6 cents. I'm so used to saying hundredth of something. We're at 2.6 cents. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So yeah, we did pump up here to 2.9 cents, guys. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. How about that? Eh? How about that? That's pretty crazy. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy and it's noisy. It's noisy too. But 2.6 cents. So we're at 22 million right now. And yeah, we're heading up. So this is PCock. This is doing some amazing. That's the 4-hour chart. We still can go high here. We're only at 67 on the 4-hour chart there. Let's look at the daily on the RSI. Excuse me. We're not, still at 75. It's overbought, but it's could go to 90. Could go to 90, right? Certainly been up at 80 before. So yeah, we'll keep a lookout for this. And of course, they're ramping up. We went through the roadmap yesterday, didn't we, on live stream? Pretty awesome. So we might briefly go through that again here one time. I think I went through it like 4 times in the live stream yesterday, just because we had so many people watching yesterday. So yeah, PCock here on the move, 2.6 cents, looking good. And let's check out what's been happening with PCock over the last 24 hours here. 26 there said, we're entering the PulseChain bull season, my friends. All the effort will be worth it. PCock and Liberty Swap are leading the way. And that does appear to be the case. Does appear to be the case there. So awesome stuff. We'll take that. Support us, spread the word, bring more attention to the coin and our swap, and make it viral. When it's your time, we'll be there for you. How about that? So on the move there. Exciting times. People are pretty excited as well. Just keeps going. Beautiful stuff. So that's going to kick us off. Let's get into it. So we're going to get into the day. Now, they reposted the show that I did. I covered Exploring Liberty Swap's November roadmap yesterday, and got some good coverage there. Big shout out to Heartwood Dog and the Pulse of the Fallen. If you haven't checked them out, that's the anime series on PulseChain that is really incredible. And they currently got a Chronicles out at the moment, so you definitely want to check that out. We got SMO Spider in house there. Good to see SMO. Big shout out. Welcome. So let's get into it. So yeah, the Pulse guy, PCock, of course. This is doing pretty well, so everyone's excited. Look at that cool video. Yeah, man. Really leading the way on sort of meme type of marketing now on the old PulseChain. Liberty Swap and projects associated to it, like the Pulse guy. Pretty awesome. Yep. Now, this is regarding, they're making a comment here 13 hours ago regarding the balancer exploit. They said, brutal reminder that even top tier protocols can bleed overnight. So true. And so they just covered a little bit about that. Heads up, balancer was exploited. Any PulseChain forks based on it should take action fast, because we talked about PHUX and I think Tide, which is a V3. And we did see, I think PHUX taking out the main LP out of there. And of course they did it first, so it is what it is, unfortunately. But that is some huge money. I went through that. Some huge money was just being taken out of those balancer forks. Richard Hart even pointed out, says the project called Balancer just got hacked for 25 million. Now that number's gone up way higher, right? I knew it was over 100 million when I turned in last night, but I think it's gone up way more than that. So huge exploit there. So we did go through the Liberty Swap November roadmap, but we'll go through that now in case for those that missed it. So this is Liberty Swap. They brought this out for November roadmap aligned. This is just November. Now, if you haven't joined our strategy club, you should join up, because I posted a very cool roadmap myself based on all the blues clues that the team had left. It's got more stuff that's what's on this list. This is the official one, of course. So you definitely want to join up to that. Links in the video description. Only $35 a month, so fantastic value for that. All right, so we've got Liberty Swap November roadmap, PCock to the moon, and they got November the 1st, November the 8th, purchase 200 to 300K worth of Pulse to provide liquidity, and that is getting the market exciting this week. And of course, with Pulse down at 2,800, man, they're going to be able to pick up a whole bag of that off the bottom. So this is hyper bullish, hyper bullish. Now, the buying of that may, lift the market. I don't know, maybe 6% or something, maybe a bit higher, 7%, 8%, depends on whether it's, 200, 300 grey. And so that could, help defend that 2,700 mark, plus lift the price a bit. So depending on when they're deploying that. November the 8th there, Wrap Pulse routes go live, enabling instant movement of Pulse between Ethereum mainnet and PulseChain. That's huge. Maximum transaction 1 billion, no daily limit. All fees collected will be used to add liquidity to PCock. Obviously, huge implications there. And that's the 8th of November. So, coming up, end of this week, next week, 15th. So 2 weeks, not 2 weeks, not even that, 11 days or something away. PDI deflationary routes go live. Now, we know the PDI community is going to love that. And a lot of the big influencers are very excited about that. Enabling cross-chain movement between Ethereum and PulseChain, huge for the PDI community. Wrapped ETH to PulseChain to mainnet. That's honestly like Pulse up here, another game changer there. And of course, this is building already on what they had with the stables, right? And then also I think they're doing EHEX coming up as well. It's not showing up here, but EHEX I think it's coming up some stage. All fees collected will support PCock liquidity again. And then on the 30th there, Railgun privacy on chain. And of course, PulseChain bridge. So Railgun PulseChain bridge goes live for privacy-enabled transfers. That is mega huge, and that adds, a really powerful feature for privacy on PulseChain. So really, really excited about that. And of course, this is very much in line with Richard Hart's vision. Just who's the boss? Who's the boss? You can ask. But there we go. Some cool stuff there, and a cool video. And I'm going to pay this video because it is so damn cool, and I haven't seen it since yesterday, which is fair enough. But let's jump over to the other screen where I've got the video queued up, and let's play this one because it is pretty badass. I know it's using a lot of AI, but it's very, very clever and very, very hyped. I love it.
All right, people. It's time.
Today, we will make history. We will make history. We're gonna take PCock. We're gonna take PCock to the moon.
PCock, can you hear us? PCock, can you hear us?
Wait, what? Wait, why am I on the rocket? Why am I on the rocket? This isn't what I signed up for. This isn't what I signed up for.
System check complete. System check complete. Green. All systems green.
PCock, are you ready for launch? Are you ready for launch?
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I repeat, ready. Not ready. This is bird abuse.
He said he's ready. He said
Nice.
he's ready.
Nice.
Countdown starting in 3.
Wait, stop. Wait, you guys are insane. This is not financial advice. Financial advice.
1.
Stop buying. Stop begging you. No more peacocks. No more peacocks, please.
All right, so that was just terrific, right? Just terrific from the team there, and this is what we get to expect from these guys, and definitely it's awesome, right? So awesome on the DeFi front there, awesome on the promotions, marketing, really fantastic. So brilliant there, love it, love it. All right, so that was coming out for, and that got the market really warmed up. Very, very exciting there. Now we're going to go past a few of these other updates around Balancer, but we're just going to get into the Liberty Swap stuff there. Let me just scroll up a little bit here. Actually, there might be a little bit in this. I'm not sure. No, nothing in there that I want to talk about. Let's jump up a little bit there. So a big shout out to Crypto Paradise. These guys, and apart from the Crypto Night show, they're the other show that does daily shows. I know that David Fed is now doing weekday shows as well, but in terms of daily shows. And they have just paired up with the PCock too. So very exciting, great move there from the team. So if you're not familiar, you definitely go check out Crypto Paradise. Does great shows. We've got Nick Hellman, you got Amaru, and you got Nate, and three of them all add something to the show. They're really cool, and so definitely check that out. They've got their DAO as well, which is, I think if you're holding 200,000 Surf, you get access to some of the perks, and they've got different tiers on that DAO. But Surf token right now, just $2,000, I should say, paired to PCock LP from the DAO funds there. And what a great addition there from them. Pretty awesome. So more teams are pairing up with the old PCock there, and that's going to make the whole system stronger, right? It makes the whole system better, so kind of cool. Metal Gaze says, imagine PCock price if Pulse wouldn't look like that. In other words, down at 2,800. Imagine PCock price when Pulse finally shifts to the uptrend. Imagine it, guys. Imagine it. So pretty awesome there. It was really good there for Mental Game. Now, this is the big first update. So it was the first big update for today. Let's give some of the results that have been happening. Obviously, the price of PCock there is looking pretty good. So, we get up the chart there and a nice little rally. It got to 2.9 cents, almost 3 cents, guys, and back down here. Now, I was saying, we could see some big numbers. Let me know in the chat there where you think at the end of this roadmap, just for November, where do you think PCock could be by the end of November here in the chat there? Let me know. And if you're on X, write it in the comments underneath. I'd really be keen to see where you think PCock will be just by the end of November with that roadmap that we read out earlier. That'd be really interesting there. And obviously, charts, they go ups and downs because there's people that decide to sell out at certain points. But this is a pretty hyper bullish PCock going on right now, and with that roadmap looking pretty delicious. All right, so let's see where it goes. We got Most Army in the house there. Shill Space had some bullish comments about the vaults. Yeah, well, we'll be covering the Vault 369. So that's once we get some more news around that, we'll definitely be doing that. Most says thanks for getting me into that. Well, nothing I say is financial advice, but we do cover a lot of projects, and you people can decide to get into them if they're not, give or take, or they're not, because they're seeing the same information I'm seeing, right? So. All right, so there we are, 2.65 cents right now. Keep a lookout for this, guys. It's going to be pretty interesting. We have seen a couple of big volume hours there. So there's the hourly chart. We've seen 2 particular large volumes, 155 on this pair, 137 on this pair. So we have seen some pretty big moves there. Now, let's get into the results so far. So current status, and this was how many hours ago? I think it was 5 hours ago, I think it was. Current status, 700,000 liquidity paired with Pulse. Woohoo! This thing's just going bigger and bigger and bigger. Obviously, if Pulse goes up, it's going to get bigger, right? Now, 23 million market cap. So what are we at right now? Market cap is 22.4 million. So obviously, this was a little bit higher when they wrote this a couple of hours back. 1 million daily trading volume. Woohoo! What a milestone that is. That is absolutely huge, guys. $1 million on there. $4.1 million total liquidity. So that's just getting thicker and thicker. And liquidity pairs, 197 liquidity pairs. Remember, the last update I think we had was 185, and now it's 197. So liquidity pairs just getting bigger. Like I said, you imagine this thing just like a big, a big network that's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, expanding like a virus, a good virus, but that's really expanding. 88 million PCock in liquidity, down 30% over the past few days, and that's important because I'll have to adjust that over time, between Pulse and PCock. Our strategy, we continue buying back Pulse to pair with PCock. So they continue buying back Pulse to pair with PCock and LPs since the PCock supply in liquidity is shrinking. In other words, people are demanding PCock. It's getting scarcer. Remember, PCock is a pump tires. 15.5% approximately has been burned so far. And then probably well in excess of 15% is in LPs. So it's just, it's all disappearing there. And there's a lot of, there might be a number of diamond hands in this project, right? Because they see the vision. And if you see the vision, you're not going to be, exiting too quickly, are you? You might stay in for the long haul because we're after investable projects, right? Blue chips that are really going to do some crazy, crazy things. And, these guys have been talking about doing $1 billion. We can see the setup. Looks incredible. If we become number 9 meme coin, then, if you sold out now, you'd be an idiot, right? Basically, you might make some good profits and you never lose when you make profits. But if this thing's going to $1 billion or more, and then got huge upside, right? So at the moment it's 2.6 cents. Let's get the old calculator out and see where we were today on the X's. I think we were at 40x, was it yesterday? So let's see where we would be now if we were just to get to not to $1 billion but to $1, let's say. And let's just do that calculation first. So that would be a 37.8x. I think it was 40x yesterday. Now it's 37.8x to get to $1 now, which is pretty crazy. To get to $1 billion, there. Just as I said, that the price comes down a little bit. That's funny. $1 billion there. We would, it's 22.2. It is a 45x to get to $1 billion from now. Hey, welcome to crypto. And don't forget, it's going to be accelerated because they're burning tokens off too, right? So it gets pretty fast there. Gets up there pretty fast. Most said that Vault said they may 50% fees to buy and burn the vaults. Okay, that's cool. That's a very cool mechanism to have there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll definitely keep tabs on the old Vault 369 because it's a big project out from the blue there. That's pretty unique, multi-chain, multi-collateral liquidity fork, and we're definitely following it, keeping our ears to the ground there from Fast Abdul. All right, so here we are right now with that. Let's go over to the other updates here. So yeah, so if the amount of PCock and liquidity increases, we will switch to buying back PCock directly. How about that? So the beautiful balancing mechanism there as they move up the chart. From now until November the 8th, our focus is to stockpile Pulse at high speed to strengthen liquidity. That gives us good support, of course, for Pulse in the market right now. PCock to $10. PCock to $10, guys. Well, if the market price now is 2.6 cents, let's do the moon math. You know, everyone loves the moon math. I like the moon math. We'll do $10. We did $1, all right, which was what did we say, 37.5, something like that. So let's do $10. Why not? And we'll do it at the current price, which is slightly lower than we just did before. You know, you got a bit of volatility in the market. So that's a 384x. Let's just round it up, 385x from here to $10. 385. Anyone in for that? Or anyone wants to take profits? It looks fine to take profit. I mean, there is still the RSI there. You know, there's still the RSI has to be respected. So yeah, it is the way to go. But 385x to $10, and there we go. What else? SMO there with the Vault. Yeah, we keep track of that. No need to. No, I don't think we're talking much about it today, unless we see the chart there. We might talk about it. So that is PCock's update. They've got all their base amounts in here. All the pools counts 997 total liquidity, and the base amount there, I guess, is the PCock, the 88 million. I guess is what they're showing now. And the last up they gave us was the 2nd November, which is down here. And everything's gone up since then. So now imagine next week if another 300k liquidity flows in. It's exciting, guys. Exciting. All right, so they're building out a system, right? So that is the key thing there too. It's not just about the money that they're putting in today, but is it about the system that they are building. Now, Zero and PCock, of course. Zero, of course, another one there. Pulse guy appeared with PCock, and they're all smashing it on the charts, right? So they're all going up and up and away there. Khaled on crypto, another influencer out there. I was not ready to watch a masterpiece, and I think that's really well said. You know, this is a masterpiece in the making, guys. And of course, it will have little pullbacks on the way. You know, people are going to exit all the time, which means that people wanting to get into the system that's being built can get in. I mean, it's just the way it is. You know? Welcome to PulseChain. Community is the utility, land of the greatest memes, DeFi, privacy, and alien tech. How about that? So pretty good comments there. From Caleb. What else there? Yeah, 2 hours ago, someone has to make a mistake for us to grab scared valuable assets at a good price. Always appreciate the dips, and that's from Liberty Swap there. So they like the dips there. What I say, DevC, that's the other project we were looking at that pumped, is at its low point, and most of the sellers exhausted. I believe it's about to find its way up. Oh, that's interesting little tip there from PCock there. Buy the dip, buy the rip, buy the sideways. One secret, there is no top for PCock. How about that? Whoa. There's some bullish words there. You got to love that. So that's game on there. 2 hours ago, PCock is waking up the entire Pump Tires lineup. And like I say, one of the things we are expecting in the future is a new front end for Pump Tires, and I think it's probably going to be pretty special, given Liberty Swap is doing such a great job of everything. PCock's waking up the entire Pump Tires lineup, and of course we've got all these Pump Tire teams pairing up their LP. We just serve with the old PCock. We're gearing up for the next wave of Pump Tires season. The next wave, how about that? Woo! Liberty is back in the trenches. You gotta love that. Look at that. Evil little Liberty lady. Evil little Liberty lady there. Fun fact, Liberty Swap was donated to PulseChain from the French. I can't remember what year it was, but was it around the 1900s? Somewhere in that ballpark. Can't remember now. 1887. I don't know. When was it? Somewhere in there. Gather all the Pulse guys. Everyone needs to lock the fuck in. They say. Buy everything. Yeah. So pretty cool. I love all their comments that they have underneath people's replies. It's really, really cool. What else? So we're scrolling up through there. Mental games. I think we talked about that already. Buy pressure 2 hours ago, buy pressure back on. Yeah, that's definitely direct buy pressure is one of their sayings. Nick Hellman saying, I'd love to see Surf creating an LP with PCock. Now, of course, they created one for Crypto Paradise with their DAO, but the Liberty Swap has their own little allocation to set up LP pools with other meme coins. And we know that coming down the track, and it probably looks like maybe December at this stage, is the incentive to earn, right? That's coming down. They may launch it earlier, I don't know, but they're probably accumulating a lot of the pump time meme coins right now, is my guess, if not buying. So, because that's going to be the incentive, right? They're going to be dropping all these meme coins to people that bridge over the PCock and stake it in there, and that's going to be coming up. So, I think that looks like December. We'll keep a track on all that. Showgate says PCock and Liberty Swap are on a legendary run. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up flipping all the non-core coins soon. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, me too. Me too. They just took over the top meme spot from most, and then they left it in the dust. I wouldn't be surprised. Every other project needs to take notes on how they support PulseChain and PCock. And there's some strong words there. That's true. Direct buy pressure is back, Mr. Gates. Mr. Gates there. Direct buy pressure is a thing of beauty. Thanks for all you do. So, everyone's pretty excited about that, folks. Everyone is pretty excited about that. 1 hour ago, Liberty Swap says it is a clear indicator that risk appetite is returning, along with renewed demand for Pulse and PulseX. Meme coins often serve as a signal of market strength. When they move it, that means confidence is coming back. Now, this is what I was talking about, is that, Liberty Swap market cap right now is 22 million. We got the price at 2.6 cents. And we've been talking about yesterday when we were doing live stream that PCock was at number 1215. And we had a couple of days earlier, we'd seen PCock at about 1465 on the ranking, 1465. Now they've come down from 1215 last night when we covered the live stream. They're now at 1143. And of course, they got to 2.9 cents. And I think if they get to, what did we say yesterday, 3.4 cents, that would get them in the top 1,000. So they're getting there, guys. They're getting there. And I think they had to get over 30 million in market cap to do that at yesterday's numbers. So they're at 22 million approximately at the moment. So exciting times. And if they do that, of course, they'll get on potentially on the top gainers here in the top 1,000, and even maybe potentially in the trending as well. I mean, that's, you never know, but top gainers there, and you get a lot more eyes on it, right? Get a lot more eyes on it, potentially. So yeah, that is where we are on that Liberty Swap. Buy the dip, buy the rip, and buy the sideways. One secret: there is no top for PCock. I love that. That's great. Dev Jiang there, the Hexkin says, yeah, I'm going to say market sentiment is actually pretty high for DevC right now. Pretty sure I've heard something about green candle technology, and that's for DevC there, and they got a big pump today. Another all-time high for PCock, reaching a 0.3 cent mark. Now, that might have been an intraday mark there. I didn't see that. I've seen the 2.9, but maybe some of the trades, the individual trades, hit 3 cents, probably did. And then got bounced back there, and we're back, fighting to hold on to 2.6 cents right now. Yeah, we may have seen some of the trades that were 3 hours ago hit that 3 cent mark. Now, incredible. I love seeing the steady growth. Indeed. What else we got in there? That was 1 hour ago. Did we get any more comments about that? Do you realize the lives you're going to change in a few years? I do. If it takes a few years to change so many lives for the better, then so be it. Let's build PCock into the most resilient asset out there. Cool. $1 soon. $1 is coming. Don't screw it up. That's true, eh? Don't screw. That's what I was just saying earlier, right? I said, this is not the average beer, right? This is not the ordinary beer. If people think this is a pump and dump beer, then they're in trouble. Hold strong, build the community, and grow. There we go. That's the words there. And the more self-fulfilling it becomes, right, in that sense too. So that is pretty cool from the team. And let's see if we've got anything else before we move on to the next sort of review. Crypto Connoisseur, another influencer. There's a lot of reposts here of influencers here. I wonder, is this the one of the PulseChain KOLs capitulating the PCock? Cause to the? I won't get there. Let's see who starts shilling it. Yeah. Well, things start running away, right? And the word gets out there. So that is the latest from Liberty Swap there. And pretty cool happenings there. let's get into the price there and get and see how everything else is going on the market. So we've got coffee. Now, crypto coffee, the coffee shop, I should say, is at number 10. It's been around for over 2 months. It's up 10% as well. So we've got 10 coins are out over 10%. So not a great day in terms of the number of coins that are over 10%. But that's tied with PCock as well. Zero Trust there also tied with PCock, up 8.5%. Vault 369, which SMO was in the chat there talking about. I can see his post there. He's got that in here, so we'll have a look at that. Now, has it bottomed out? Well, the RSI's bounced off 44 on the daily, on the 4 hour, I should say, the trading view. So 4 hour is kind of a trader's view chart, and so we're at 50 now, back on that. I don't think we've got a print yet on the daily, have we? No print on the daily yet. But we had a little wick down there today, and that wick down to 00095 on the old vaults, and we're back up at 1200th of a penny right now. And the market cap at 1.2 million. Now, the protocol, as far as I know, hasn't launched yet, so we're keeping an eye on that slowly. We'll try and do. Let's go over to the website and see Fast Abdul. So Fast Abdul there, working with a number of teams as well, and getting these pretty alpha projects, utility projects on PulseChain. He's playing a pretty big role in all that. So yeah, I don't see anything particularly around. Let's see, what do we got here? Apparently we got a bit of a PulseChain got a bit of a ALGO jail or something. I'm not sure what's going on there. See, yeah, I don't know if they've got anything particular on the fees. Yeah, don't really see it here at the moment. But anyway, apparently there's some fee stuff happening there. So we'll try and keep a tab on this. Don't see anything particular there. Stuff around PCock and stuff like that. I'm going to be talking about the monster thread, so I'm going to pull that up in a minute. So we're going to talk about that. PulseChain's hottest news. We've got 9mm at the moment, up 6% right now. The second biggest DEX on PulseChain. You can see at the top there. In fact, what's the volumes it doing right now? It's doing around $1.2 million in volume. So that's pretty cool. And let's scroll down a bit further here. So we've got Top Hat at number 18, up 3.8%. Zendog, which is links, got paired with PCock 2. That's up 3.8%. Hex on Pump Ties, so Pump Ties Hex up 3.3% there. Gas Station from OG Web Chef is up, number 21 is up 3% there. PTC the Greys with the Die pair, 1.8% there. Patius, so yeah, we've got 24 coins out of the top 100 are trending here, on the trending list at least. Are trending there, and the rest of them are all slightly red, out of the money there. In fact, they go pretty aggressive. At the moment, SolidX, what do we got there? SolidX right now, still waiting for the staking launch to happen. That's down 3.9%, but we're going to keep tabs on that, sitting at $1, around $1.68, $1.70. And of course, that's come down quite a bit as when the rotation was going into X game. What else we got going there? We've got Firewall down here too. Just looking at some of the Firewall ones. What else? We've got X Game down here somewhere, or did I bypass it? No, X Game down here is at 6,900 of a penny. So someone asked me about where I thought the price would go to, and this is pretty much getting pretty close to where the mark is. Yeah, it's already busted through this 7. What was it? The one that had 6.7 there. I think it's already at the first target. Second target I had was where did I get that? Let me have a look. It's a little while since I talked about it. Yeah, I think 55. So 55 is the next one there. So we're at 69 right now at the top of that move. So this is in the zone where it may end up consolidating soon. So the RSI is definitely getting close. If we have a look at the RSI on the daily, it's 32, but it could still go down further. That's why I had the bottom of the range there. I think it was at 55. Yeah, 57. Sorry, 5,700 there. So we'll keep a look out there. 5,700 penny. Let's see if it bounces at that point and the RSI oversold. So we'll keep a look out for that. Now, obviously, I don't know if there's any news up for that today. Should we go over to quickly check? Let's go to quickly check the old Firewall. We're expecting a lot more to come out from the team, so we'll keep your tabs on that as it comes out. People are playing the game, of course, X game, and we're going to be covering that more in the future because we love games. I love games, so we're trying to get that all on the move. Unfortunately, some games don't end up turning out the way they should. Unfortunately, let's go there. That's where we are right now. on that one. So that's X game. Let's see what else is in the list here that's down pretty hard. So we got Unity at the moment, still adjusting. So Unity from Cryptographics, one of our big influencers, and this is just going through adjustment. So there's no surprises with this chart, right? We expected the supply to come out and the price to adjust down to pretty much around break even is what we're looking forward to, right? So let's go see what day we're on, because we're obviously we're going through phase 2 where we get the price adjustment, and then phase 3 is when we're expecting it to get the change into the third phase, where we've got all the big main volume coming out, and then it continues to rise slowly and surely after that, or quite large after that. But we're on day 78 and we're waiting for day 89, so we're still about 10 days away from that event. And the price is down at 17 cents, which interestingly enough, Taurus was around 10 or 11 cents last time I checked it, and Taurus is already ahead by about 39 days, I think, ahead of this, and it's already into phase 4, which is the final phase where it just matures, basically. So this is kind of where we are right now on this one. Let me bring up Taurus just quickly, just to compare the prices. I mean, they're not going to be exactly the same, but Taurus at the moment 9 cents. So actually, Taurus holding up pretty well. It's pretty expected. The other thing we're expecting is see a new project come that's going to be benefiting both of these, I believe. So we'll keep a lookout for that from Cryptographics. So check him out. He's always doing some great updates about that. All right, so that is cool. We're going to come back to that. What else is interesting down here? Pump tires is down here, 18%. Whoa. Pump tires there. Let's have a look. Is it coming? Oh man, they're breaking down. The old pump tires. They're really pushing it. It's got support at 6,000 at 6/10 of a penny, 6,800 of a penny right now. So might getting a bit of rotation out there, possibly in the PCock or something. Time dividend down 15% as well, and that's another one that's getting probably underpriced there. But once again, you always get rotations into the good stuff. Pulse Guy down here as well, down 13%. Hex, of course, down 9% here. So some really nice pickups here. Vouch, the big validator on PulseChain, down 7.5%. So a lot of the majors are down, and PCock is shining. We're at Quadruple Zero 4,800 right now, and of course, don't forget we did come off last week. How many days was it? 3 or 4 days ago, when we had the $500,000 seller that really, put a little punch in the guts. Punch in the guts, and they got to recover from that. But Liberty Swaps bring 200-300K over, and I think they've got half of that already, based on the update they gave us yesterday. So Quadruple Zero 4,800 right now on the old Vouch, and this is another blue chip, right? These guys are the biggest validators, and a really good team. Let's go check them out, and we're going to keep a look out for these. Now I do want to go to a show. I want to do a couple of different shows coming up. So if you're a project team out there, if you're a meme project team out there, send me a DM on Telegram, or hit me up in the main Telegram group for the Crypto Night Show. If you're in a farm, then hit me up as well if you're in a farm. And also, if you're essentially a utility type of project, whether you're doing validating or a bridge or whatever else you might be doing, you can hit me up as well, because I want to do some couple shows with a number of people in those categories. So hit me up on that. All right, so that is Vouch ticking away there. Let's see what last update they had. 10 hours ago, this says we added 19 community validators to the Vouch protocol this week, bringing the total to 386. Vouch is a total of 4,662 validators in the pool and remains firmly at number 1 overall. Isn't that awesome? This is the latest update, only 10 hours old too. They've got 149.2 billion stakes, so 150 billion rounded, $4.4 million worth at the current price of Pulse, at 2,800. Validators 4,662, community validators 386. APR on the 7 day, 10.5%, 1 year, 11% APR annual percentage return. So that is pretty cool. We've got Jexa. He is the founder of the project. So well respected community member, very smart guy, and no surprises that he's set all this up. Now, correct, Vouch contracts are not affected. However, if you have LP on balance of pools, Vouch assets can be affected there. So talking about the old balance issues there. What are they looking at there at the moment? Just something like there. Coast. Now we might as well talk about this, because Coast is, of course, recently launched the Tide, which is a balance of V3 fork on PulseChain, and they said Tide is a fork of balance of V3 on PulseChain, not V2. At this stage, there's no indication that V3 is affected. Our thoughts are with those impacted. So that was a nice little update there. However, of course, PHUX is a fork of one of the old school V2s, I believe. If I haven't got the site here, we've got PCock. Oh, there it is there. And let's see whether they put out something there. We've had this one here. Now, I believe that they've already pulled their LP from it. I saw some posts around that. We are monitoring the situation at Balancer. PCock's functioning normally. And then they've got no replies on here. I don't know if they're following anybody. And they've got this here. A current technical system assessment. We have not been hacked, and neither have similar pools on Balancer. We do not have precisely the types of pools on Balancer that have been impacted. We will update you if anything new is learned or changes. So that is their no LP pulled. No people. I saw a comment about LP pulled, so that's very important. Yeah, so you will have to check with the team. So it doesn't look like they've actually pulled LP. I saw some post on that. So yeah, I better be careful with my language there. All right, so there we go. That is PCock. So no LP pulled there. All right. Yeah, and it doesn't say that they did anything like that here. So that's the official one. So we'll go with that. Thanks for that, SMO. PulseChain Animals says, hey guys, good to see you, PulseChain Animals. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's jump away from that. So that's some of the stuff we're seeing here on the chain. And at the moment, Liberty Swap are rising through the ranks, and a lot of projects associated to it also rising up as well, and more pools being paired is kind of the key stuff happening there. Now, how are we doing for time? We're 1 hour into it, so let's get to it. So Tetra is coming up, right? So Tetra, we got an update from the dev, Stu, and of course, this is going to have a domino effect onto other projects. Of course, Signum Oracle, which we're waiting for, full-featured Oracle, and then PUSD ALGO, the decentralized algorithmic stablecoin from Jacob, of course, who's running the Mafia game, and also on-chain bet, which is coming up as well. So this is exciting. Now, this is not the current website. I believe they're updating the website. So let's go to the update, and let me pull that up quickly because this is a lot of people have been waiting for this, and very excited that it's got to the stage where they are currently almost about to launch from the looks of it. So the update was from yesterday, and they go, Stu goes, our website updates have been published and will go live as soon as the DNS refreshes, which can take a couple of days. So we should see a new website pop up. This is the old one. There are some exciting news regarding launch dates. So we're going to hopefully have some launch dates now, as well as information and media for everybody on the updated site. So stay tuned for it all. Next stop is rockets. So really, really excited about that. And I'm sure the community with much patience is very, very, very excited about where that's going to be heading. So that's great news, guys. Really great news for Tetra coming. This is really state-of-the-art tech coming to PulseChain, and it's going to enable a lot of people to be able to interact with smart contracts in a really clever way. And then naturally, their second protocol, the Signum Oracle, is going to be able to have both price and non-price calls and a lot of rich features. And so that will be usable for Tetra, because you're going to be able to, if you're going to set up limit orders yourself, things like that, you probably need some price stuff and all that sort of thing. So I haven't really played around with it much, but the idea is that it's got what I call node and connectors. So if you played around with Blender 3D software, they've got these things where you can change colors by clicking up nodes and all sorts of stuff, and then that way you can set up stuff. So pretty cool. Now, previously they had all these different titles on Omnis and stuff, which let me just go through. It's been a while since I've been on here, so bear with me with that. I think it might be this Stratus here. So this is what I'm thinking about here, is this drag and drop. So you got the different features that you can interact with and different rules that you can put in. Like if you picked up a contract and say if we want to put 50% allocation in here, 50% allocation in there, it will do sort of automate it for you, which is pretty cool. So it's a drag and drop editor, and you can use it to connect together smart contracts on the blockchain and create automations or manage complex strategies without writing a single piece of code. So it really does democratize, smart contract interactions, which are normally left only for devs. SMOC as well. That's a big deal on Tetra. Yeah, that's really, really cool. And like I said, it has a domino effect for those projects that I just talked about, plus potentially with Signum Oracle coming, and a lot of other teams will use Tetra as well to interact with the blockchain as well. So this really is a key piece of infrastructure, really, if you want to think about it, but also opens it up to all the plebs like me and you, and well, maybe not you, but out there. So it's kind of cool. So excited about that. We'll keep tabs on that one. So very cool. Now, the other big news before we move on is, of course, let me just pull it up here. This is not PulseChain now. We're coming back to PulseChain, but there's a little bit of a side story with X1 chain. is the XDEX, right? So XDEX is going to be the big DEX. So imagine at the moment on X1 chain, which is fork of Solana with all the bells and whistles that Jack Levin has put in, all the latest technology, like Eigen layer and things like that. They currently got the only real thing that you can do on there at the moment is validate, which is very important. And that's how they're allocating a lot of the XNT coins, which is the fee coin, but like Pulse. So that's pretty much how it's done. Now, at the moment, people are on the testnet at the moment on XDEX, and Jason, the dev, is said today this update, which is pretty awesome. So let's quickly go to that. And he said in today's, pinned it to the top of the message. Jason says, I'm ready. I'm ready. In other words, XDEX is ready. Now, you guys know once XDEX is ready, that means people that also been doing Zen blocks. So on X1, there's two sides to the chain. There's the proof of stake and the proof of work. The proof of stake is the validating. That's kind of the big thing that's happening right now. And then there's the proof of work, which is the Zen blocks, which we've covered many times before. So when the DEX goes live, people that have been doing Zen blocks will get their tokens. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's really opening up the DeFi from just validating to open it up to all these coins and trading going on. So this is a really big deal. So yeah, the other big thing, of course, this is also connected into the launchpad, which is called DGen. And this is operating on Solana already. And so we've got the Solana X1 connection that's going to be very powerful for capital flows. And so it's a whole new territory, new green territory, which is really going to probably open up really excited, really well. So huge opportunity in crypto, and we're always looking at cool things in crypto where there's new opportunities, right? Also good for diversification in your portfolio. Obviously, we love PulseChain, but it's good to have diversification across multiple chains, multiple asset classes as well. And so this is looking really good for that. So excited. It's going to be coming up. So we're going to have that, and we're going to have the GGN Launchpad. Bit like just a launch pad here, but it's pretty groovy. And people are going to be able to launch tokens. Obviously, they can do it on Solana now, but they'll be able to do it on X1, which is going to be called Giga Launch X1. And so Solana's Chad Launch. I like the cool names, right? Really good names. And then DGN Launch, which is where you can dual launch. You can launch on Solana and X1 at the same time. I think that might be quite popular too. So really excited about this. And of course, it's got all the bells and whistles, swapping, liquidity, right? So it's got everything on here, liquidity provision, LP pools, farming. And of course, if you're on the DG and you launch those pools, you're going to be able to launch them, be on the farm here. And so it's opening up the whole economy of X1, basically. Very excited. The other things that we're seeing from Jack Levin, price prediction protocols, oracles coming, bridge coming, right? So all those things and connected key software needing to open up the chain to the world, basically, and also connecting into to Solana and allowing capital to come from Solana into the XDEX. So that's kind of the big things happening right now. So very exciting. So this is a little bit of a side update there, and it's worth keeping a track of. Now, if you haven't gotten the Strategy Club, jump in the Strategy Club there, get intel updates all the time on this. Links in the video description, and of course pinned at the top there of X profile. Just hit the old Discord and join up the Strategy Club today. Only $35 a month, so great value there. All right, let's jump into the big monster thread, of course. And a big shout out to MVS Crypto. He is the editor-in-chief of the Monster Thread. 26 weeks, guys. 26 weeks. I cannot say it enough. Now, one of the big thing, of course, in anything in life is what? The big C. Not that big C, but consistency, guys, has been consistency. And, of course, you guys know we live and breathe on crypto. We live and breathe in the PulseChain community. And, of course, I've personally been covering for 6 years. And it's been exciting. We really love the community, and this is a huge, awesome publication for covering all the cool people and all the cool things happening. So you definitely got to share it around. It's great for bringing people on board, getting people up to speed with the people, the personalities, the actions, the activities, the accomplishments, the triumphs on the old PulseChain. Is definitely worth doing that. 6 months of Monster Thread has been out now, which is just a huge milestone and awesome stuff. Now, MVS Crypto is also the promotional lead for the Crypto Night Show. As you guys know, we do promotions for teams. We help out teams with promotions. It's a tough place out there. If no one can hear about your project, then it's crickets, right? Crickets. And so that's the role that we play, and we do it in an ethical way. Now, that doesn't mean that some bad actors are out there, and we do come across them from now and then. We do our best to filter them out, but sometimes they can still do some bad stuff. So every so often that happens too. But the excitement here is that the Monster Thread has reached 6 months, and the information is just awesome. So let's go through this right now. Richard's Inspiration is the title there. PulseChain Ladies. And of course, 6-month edition there. So that is the place there, 6-month edition. Isn't that awesome? I'm just so happy about it. Such a great milestone. And of course, you can follow the Crypto Night Show for daily shows and market updates. So the first story hot on the news is over the last week has been Richard Hart's Inspiration. Now, Richard Hart has been really ramping up his content. He's got a lot of varied content as well. And one of the ones that he put out was shares his inspirational thoughts. And that was about support those projects, support those people that are here to stay, not the fly-by-nighters, not the pump and dumpers, but the people that are here to stay. And of course, we have just gone through quite a few projects that are here to stay, and it's very, very exciting. So really nice inspiration there from Richard. Now, obviously, the Monster Thread has been out for 6 months. It's 26 weeks. That's every week getting the greatest news out for PulseChain so that people can celebrate everything that's happening on PulseChain. It's been awesome there. So it's been an honor to cover the PulseChain closely for the past 6 months and highlighting all the amazing people in the community. We really appreciate all friends we've made along the way and look forward to the next 6 months of epic stories. And of course, you guys know we're very bullish about the market conditions moving into the bull market here for PulseChain. So it's going to be even more exciting as we go forward. So the cool thing about 6 months, before I move on, is that people can come in and have a look back at all those old monster threads, and they'll have an idea of exactly what's happened over the last 6 months. It really is great to be able to go and do that. Now, OG PulseChain ladies, Christy Todd there shares Christy Todd here. I think we've got a picture there. Yeah, Christy Todd there, Texas girl. Shares a post celebrating the OG ladies of PulseChain with comments from Korea, Georgia. Of course, we've covered her many times in the monster thread. And Vets in Crypto, of course, well-known personality in PulseChain, and of course Suzanne Hexkin as well. So many of the cool ladies there, and we've got a cool image of so many well-known ladies that many of you will know from across the PulseChain there. Pretty awesome, eh? And we have such a big amount of female influencers and community members in the PulseChain. It really is amazing. So very cool. I love that picture. Tam, of course, speaking of one of the female influencers, has been hosting X Spaces. And they've been doing an amazing job. The last one was Who is Richard Hart? And, of course, What the Critics Miss and the Smart Money Knows with community appearances. They had Kim Puda, of course, the recent influencer that's come on board and got one of the iPads, promotional iPads, and is now a part of the community. So, iPads are working. Pretty cool. We've got Will Stevenson there and many others. So pretty cool. Liberty Swap updates. Now, obviously, Liberty Swap's making a major inroad on PulseChain, leading us into this bull market, it seems. Liberty Swap introduced, of course, the PCock protocol, which we covered live. You can go back and watch that. Designed to measure and maximize the growth of PCock and its liquidity pool network. Railgun coming to PulseChain in November for privacy solutions, and we saw that on the roadmap there. So some really exciting stuff coming from Liberty Swap. Hexo ratios Jesse. Of course, the community loves having a bit of fun, and I know Hexologist loves doing ratios and of other people. Now, Hexologist, of course, a big influence in the PulseChain community. He led Pulsekins to a fun ratio of base chain builder Jesse Pollock, who's got 305,000 followers, which is pretty funny. And so you can go to see that. Somi Court support. Of course, your friend Somi, one of the big influencers as well in PulseChain, highlights exactly 1 year ago, 200 people from PulseChain community showed up to court to support Richard Hart against the corrupt SEC. So I thought that was a really good post. And he posted a picture of all the people out there supporting Richard. And of course, Richard won in wonderful fashion, didn't he? And people, I remember people feedback saying how bad the SEC was in trying to prove their case. In fact, it was so bad that people wept. No, I'm just kidding. But it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. And of course, the results were utter defeat there. Now, we talked about iPads. So we talked about Kim Puda, right? Now, we also got Razzie. Or Razzie, I guess. 33,000 followers and onboarded the PulseChain with the iPads as well. So, it makes kind of a cool impact there. Gets an iPad promo and decides to become a PulseChain community member. How about that? Is that pretty cool? Let's go check out that post. It's pretty cool. Been away for a while, says Razzie. Just got this in the mail. I'm not sure how they got my address. It's a drawing tablet that seems to be from X and PulseChain people. I asked Grok who the top influencers are, and PulseChain had said the following. Any of you guys care to explain how do I get started? In fact, they went through this much trouble means they're making major moves, and I want in. So there we go. That is someone that has their heads on their shoulders and realized what was going on, and they've had 173,000 views on that. Pretty awesome, right? Pretty awesome there. And we've got Hexologist in there. pushing through a crypto coffee video, how to buy PulseChain, Hex, and PulseX, which was pretty cool. We got Somi in there too. Welcome. The waters are warm in PulseChain. So lots of cool influencers there. Ian Heinisch, obviously all large KOLs in PulseChain. Also pushing a lot of cool stuff about how to get on board. Very cool. Will Stevenson there as well. Corey Costa. So lots of big heavyweights in the PulseChain influence community there, giving him some support, which is pretty cool. So, the iPads seem to be having some impact, and we're expecting, of course, about 1 million of those go out before the end of the year, right? So super exciting there. Rising daily transactions. Now, this might be a little bit of a signpost for the PulseChain bull run, even though the PulseChain price is down at 2,800 because we had the big seller last week, or last couple of days ago. And so, yeah, it's transactions have been rising, and we had some records. PulseChain news and Shillgates posted a sharp increase in daily transactions. PulseChain adoption is growing exponentially. So we'll have a quick look at the Shillgates one, and you can see the jump there that was posted. And we actually got over 600,000 transactions on the chain for the first time in 2025. Is that what year we're in? 2025, yeah. So it was pretty cool. 900 days in, of course. The other big milestone, I celebrated this on the live stream the other day, is that we're 900 days in since PulseChain launched, 13th of May 2023. So that was pretty awesome. And Trevor put this out. So Trevor was out there doing that. So big shout out to Trevor. And I think let's go have a look at this post celebrating 900 days. So we had quite a few milestones in the Monster thread today. Launched 900 days ago. Thanks all. Cheers. Yeah, absolutely. Got lots of people there. CZ says, so strange that it's been that long. Indeed. I think that's what I said at the time when I was live streaming it too. PulseChain in Dubai. Crypto Crazy from Liquid Loans promoted PulseChain. Now we know Crypto Crazy has been going to conference after conference, particularly a lot in Asia, and I think Europe is where they're going next. So Crypto Crazy from Liquid Loans there promoted PulseChain at Block Life in Dubai. Obviously they promote Liquid Loans as well, but it had another cool video there from Crypto Crazy there. So pretty cool. So that's 2 weeks, I think. They were in the last Monster thread as well, doing more conferences. So that's good news because we need some people going around doing the crypto conferences. That's probably something that we underplay. I think in the past we've had Matty Allen and a few other people, maybe a Wild SJ and a few other people going to these conferences. But it's good to see some of the Asian ones being hit up as well. Brennan's in house there. Oh boy, ETH and BTC dropping. Let's see if they both close below the 200 EMA on daily. If we go lower, says Brennan. Yeah, we talked about that earlier at the beginning of the show there. Never know your luck, Brennan. We might be talking about copper coming up. Copper might be on the mail there. No, we already talked about that too, but I didn't actually talk about that at all. Hyperlane milestones. Hex Scout celebrates Tidex 350k HUSDC. And of course, we talked about Tidex there being the Balancer V3 fork, and no, not affected by the Balancer V2 as far as anybody's aware. USDC bridge via Hyperlane, so that's a huge milestone. Remember, I think the last update we did, they were $100,000, and now they're at 350 using the HUSDC, so Hyperlane USDC, and that gets access, I think, up to 170 chains. I haven't actually used it myself, so let me know in the chat there if any of you have used it. But it's a pretty big deal, along like Liberty Swap. It's a big deal, and of course Ramp now as well. I think there's a little post here from Ramp now. Should we read that? Yeah, love seeing the PulseChain ecosystem expand with real liquidity momentum. And Ramp now already supports HUSDC from Hyperlane. On ramping to PulseChain has never been this easy. So that's from the official bridge, guys. So, Ramp now. Let's read the other one too. Hex Scout. Hex Scout's been doing amazing. This guy's amazing. So we've always been excited about Liberty Swap, but Hex Scout's been doing a lot of cool stuff too. I mean, a lot of stuff. So these guys have been bringing so many bridging and other things to PulseChain. Really, really is a big deal there. Brennan says, is there any copper on 3i Atlas? I think it was all nickel, Brennan. I think it's all nickel, and that's a bizarre, apparently. Yeah, we'll keep a lookout for all the alien spacecraft. I'm hoping that they land and take all the progressives away, Brennan, and then we might have world peace again. We might have world peace in the West. Get rid of the progressives. So we got, liquidity on Tidex. Tidex there for HUSDC. Now, remember, this was making Tidex also I think the third biggest DEX, although I'm not sure how big they were versus PX. Just take note of that. So conditionalize that comment. Hyperlane offers the easiest, fastest, and cheapest way to onboard PulseChain. Bridge your USDC from 130 chains and swap it on Petius for your desired asset. The whole process takes less than 5 minutes. So that's something that might fit a lot of you guys out there. So definitely worth checking out. I, once again, haven't used it yet, but that's a very powerful for on-chaining. So really, the barriers to PulseChain to other chains has really disappeared now. and this is why we're really getting in the bull run, right? We've got rid of all these problems that we had. Want to support the ecosystem, park your USDC in the USDC X pool. On Tidex, of course, they do say that there's no issues there at the moment. So once again, up to you what you do there, but there we go. They got help to use Hyperlane there. So it's a little couple of steps there from that. So you can all find all these links in the master thread. Just go to them. Oops, I've gone too far back now, haven't I? Fast and Furious, Fast Abdul hits 1.1 million monthly X impressions, showcasing growth in a bigger PulseChain audience. And obviously, Fast Abdul's been doing a lot of project launches, liquidity forks, but like Inkprinter and Vault 369 and 2 PCock as well. But he's been doing he goes on a lot of influencers shows, right? It's always on different shows, and he's hit 1.1 million monthly X impressions. So congratulations to them on that. Very cool. Based on PulseChain, Ghost only win. So we got some new people coming to PulseChain. We talked about that. We talked about Kim Puta with the iPad. We talked about what is it? The guy up here, Razgi coming to PulseChain. But we've also got new. Developers coming to PulseChain too, and this is very important. We've got Based on PulseChain here. Ghost only win, and he's got 3,300 followers. He's dev on Base, and he's jumping over to PulseChain. So welcome to Ghost only win. He's going to be building something very interesting for the PulseChain community. So we're excited about that. So he's got a little post on there. Yeah, very, very cool. So not bad. PulseChain stats update. PulseChain stats dropped a teaser for the upcoming Pulse wallet Intel, and of course that is now launched now. A tool to visualize on-chain analysis through wallet and Intel mapping. Moreover, PulseChain content creator numbers are back near all-time highs with 2,372 content creators. Talking about decentralization, decentralized chain they love, which is PulseChain, which is pretty cool. You can see some of the pictures here of, I guess, all these. This is a chain analysis tool, Intel tool. But yeah, huge amount of influences there. Not sure how they track all that. I guess it's just on X, but that is pretty cool. So the other big thing, of course, PulseSend. Now, PulseSend is a bit of I call it a sleeper, but it's really sneaking up on people, the old PulseSend. So you guys can probably check it out, see what it's like. But PulseSend milestone surpassed $500,000 in total trading volume. These guys have been slowly sneaking up. First it was like 100K, etc. Now it's $500,000 in total trading volume, and so they're sneaking up on people. They're also adding a lot of really cool services. Last monster thread, I think they added commerce, so you can actually do commerce now, except I think USDC. And so now they're also talking about announcing an HTTP 402 web payments are coming to PulseChain, an API for Shopify now available. So they're just adding all these commerce features with the old PulseSend there. So they've got lots of features on here, well worth checking out. And I believe that if you're a holder of their token, they're going to do an airdrop for the first, I can't remember how many, 1,500 people or something like that. I can't remember, but worth checking out because I don't think they've hit that milestone yet for the airdrop. So it might be worth checking out there. And they've got lots of good utilities that they're building out. So yeah, keep a check out for the old PulseSend. And Corey meets Indican. Now, Corey Costa, of course, has been back. And of course, we did see Cryfagging come out. Cryfagging from Richard Hart. And Corey Costa took it on the chin and went to the gym. And now he's lifting huge weights. I mean, it's massive weights he's lifting. Goes live with Tom Peter Gill. So big shout out to Tom Gillespie out there. He's a film maker, of course. And so a big shout out to him. And yeah, the topic was from Exco to Indican official there. And Indican there, of course, a DeFi powered filmmaking ecosystem built on PulseChain for creators, filmmakers, and DGens. So many of you may not have known there was such a thing on PulseChain. Well, you do now. So we've got movie makers like Tom Gillespie out there. Very, very cool. So that was some cool stuff there. Corey Costa posted that out, so you can go watch that as well. All right, very cool. Some honorable mentions. We had Mr. O, Halloween special. It was pretty cool, pretty fun video from him. I'm not sure if we've got that. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be showing on that link, but he's definitely got it out there. We've got Brandon, of course, a Switch widget on PulseChain websites, been updating on all the volumes that are going through. It's been very, very successful. We've got Mental Games, of course, celebrates a lucky 8,888 followers. So we're getting some nice little growth there amongst the influencers, which is really cool. Now, we also have, obviously, some really amazing project teams on the Monster Thread, or inside the Monster Thread. We've got Heart with Dog, the anime series, Pulse of the Fallen, but this time they're doing an interim series called The Chronicles, and we're going to get into that. Also, X Game, of course, is just being played by a lot of people on 3 chains, so that's been going really well. Rhinify, of course, with their unique recharging, 28 recharging, really pushing DeFi And of course, when PulseChain rallies, that's going to be really, really good. And then, of course, Gladiator Games, which unfortunately we won't be covering anymore due to bad actions there. All right, so let's go into Hog to the Moon. PulseChain's wildest ride just got wilder. The Chronicles of Hog, Somi, and Andrew Tate. And man, this is awesome. Look at this stuff, man. Greta Thunberg, that's crazy, dude. And Somi's just unfazed because of his, his characterization that he likes with that. You guys know what I'm talking about. So episode 1 is out so far, and snags the 8th ball from Professor Ivan. But Tate's fury hits hard. Can he dodge the drama? Watch video now, so you can watch that in the post. Episode 2's got Greta's Bug Eater Squad kidnaps Somi, and Cobra and Hog unite for the rescue. Laughs, action, and pure gold. What happened to Gladiator? Well, unfortunately, not good actions there from the dev in that protocol. So it's the price chart reflects some of the bad actions there, and so we won't be covering that anymore, unfortunately. Powered by Hog, storytelling that pumps the chain. Who's ready for episode 3? Repost if you're hooked. And so we've got Andrew Tate in there. We got Hog on the left there, Andrew Tate. It is pretty awesome. And then we got Somi's wife there as well, crying there. I'm not sure who that's supposed to be, actually. That's the one character, I'm not sure. Forged and Code, Unbreakable and Spirit, Heart with Dog is bonded with Hog and PCock. So another great team moving with PCock there. Smart move. And of course, you can join the community. I strongly recommend you join. If you love anime, you love PulseChain, you love all the influence that covered in it, definitely join up to their socials on Telegram and follow on X. So pretty exciting. This is this episode 1 of the interim series, The Chronicles, between the Pulse of the Fallen seasons. So it's pretty cool. You can also go back and watch season 1 of that too. Rhino Fight, the Unstoppable Rhino Fight. Now these guys, this charging system they got is really clever, and I think when PulseChain really rallies, you're going to see this thing absolutely fly. So I'm really excited about that. Stampede to Joy. Now, apparently, this just came out yesterday, but apparently the top 50 whitelist warriors assemble. So basically, if you're in the top 50 holders of Rhino, they got some massive drops coming through for that. So that's kind of a cool. That just came out yesterday, just before the Monster Thread went out. So that just managed to make it into the Monster Thread. Very, very exciting there from the Rhino Fight team. And what a bunch of great people. We're always after good people, and these guys are just so good in the Telegram, honestly. So the Rhino Fight, you're in a really good community there. And the results so far, over $1 billion in rewards for Pulse. And they've Rhino, they've bought and burned 154 million. And they've got heaps more in the pool there for Cycle 5. So Cycle 5, they're already up to Cycle 5. Every cycle is 28 days, so give you an idea. Soldex and Gelato also getting burned as well. Millions gone forever, so some nice support there. So definitely check out the community. Amazing stuff. And the videos they do are just next level. Look at this stuff, dude. It is so good. This is the sort of quality that we're getting. Now look at that Libby Swap video we played earlier. Look at this Rhino 5 video. This is really badass, guys. Really, really cool. So another great team. Now, obviously, X Games being played at the moment on multiple chains. So it's pretty cool. You can see it's playing on PulseChain, BSC, and Base. Solana soon. Now, the one thing I'll say about this, if you like this sort of, if you like playing and gambling and things like that, then this is probably something for you. And we'll probably be covering this on X after the 17th of May. So you can check that out. But yeah, they've got USDC deposits there. And people are enjoying that. If you like this sort of thing, that's for you. If you don't, it's not for you, right? It's just as simple as that. Now, obviously, you can join up too. We're using the link there as well. X Game and Spaceman. Now, they do have 30% referrals, so if you want to share it around to your friends, get yourself a referral link from the site. 30% of the game profits will go to you. That's pretty cool. So big shout out there, and that's from Firewall. So we're going to keep a lookout for that. It's looking good. All right. What else there? We got obviously the shout out from the Kryptonite shows in there as well. So we've got all the details, and we've got some of the top protocols on there too, like the TS and 9mm. Very cool. But if you want to join up to any of the telegrams there, we've got the free Telegram, and you can join up to those using the links there. I think they will work. Also, Strategy Club. If you want to join Strategy Club, that's $35 a month on Discord, private scrub. I put Intel in there constantly, so you definitely want to join up to that. And then if you just want to be a community member, you can hit the link below. I think it's about $12.50 or $15, somewhere in that ballpark. For those two opportunities, but become part of a community. We'll see you there. So that is the Monster Thread, guys. I'm going to post you a link in the chat there, and I'll also put it on X, so definitely check it out. That is the Monster Thread, number 26. 6 months, can you believe it? 6 months. Unbelievable. So It is so awesome, man, and we feel really happy about that. We're excited about the next 6 months, right? So if you're a project team, you want to get in there, hit us up, hit my MVS up or myself, and we can help you out with that. Now, where am I? I'm going over on the old chain. I'm going to post that link underneath as well. Was it read the monster thread? Yeah, read the monster. I think that's funny. Read the monster. Read the monster. Read the monster. Yeah, on PulseChain. I guess on PulseChain. Yeah, let's put the keywords, right? Keywords, and let's put a little $sign PLS. All right, so cool. That is it. And a big shout out to MVS Crypto. Does a great job with it. Oh, I posted the wrong link. Sorry guys, I posted the wrong link there. I posted the one to the protocol there. What happened? Now I'm going back. I got to redo the whole thing. No, I'm not loose. So let's go back. MVS Crypto. That's the one. All right, let's take the link. I hope we've got the link there. I'll have to go to the bottom here. Yeah, so almost 10,000 views in the first day, guys. Almost 10,000 views in the first day on the monster thread. So it's reaching a lot of people, guys. It's reaching a lot of people. So you got to get in, folks. Almost 10,000 people. Isn't that amazing? And one day seeing this, and of course by the end of the week, it's tens of thousands, right? Tens of thousands by the end of the week. So definitely check that. And that's in the bear market conditions. Let me find my post now. I'm gonna repost this now. So that is the actual one there. Forget this one here. I can't even delete that one, can I? Yeah, that is the real one there. That second one I posted. So you can get to the monster thread, share it around to onboard new people. And if you're busy during the week, it's perfect to catch up. You'll catch up on all this hotter stuff, honestly, with the monster thread. So all the key stuff that's going. Now, there's a few things it doesn't include, like all the streamers doing the streams, but it does include a couple of them, particularly stuff that may be of interest. So we definitely do that. So check that out. And let me just jump in here, and we're going to post that in here. So I'll just post the link there because it is what it is. Let me delete. Let me delete this one because that was unfortunate. All right, so really cool. Look at the picture. I love the picture too. Don't you love the picture? It looks pretty bad. We've got the ladies, got the celebrations, got this new tool, got the people out at the conferences like Crypto Crazy. It is pretty amazing there. All right, what a show! What a show! An hour and a half, guys. I started earlier. I started an hour earlier at 6 p.m. Eastern, I guess it was, and it's now 7:30 p.m. Eastern, which is pretty cool. And I hope you guys have enjoyed it. It's sunny outside. I'll be getting outside. I'm going to be doing a bit of gardening and other stuff. So I hope you guys are having a good time wherever you are around the world. PulseChain prices right now are very friendly to pick up. PCock building out a juggernaut of an ecosystem. I call it the Stargate to the other chains, a gateway to PulseChain. Whatever you decide to call it, it is impressive. It's pulling all the pump tires, at least a lot of them, up with it. It's expanding its takeover of PulseX in many ways. So it's pretty awesome. It's like I've heard someone say it's like PulseX on steroids, kind of a bit like that. So it's building that whole system out, and it's going multi-chain. It's multi-chain, super mega DEX, whatever you want to call it. It's all the words. It's pretty impressive, and leading PulseChain into the future. There, you saw how many influencers are getting involved now. It's like really starting to take off, and that's really great because we need, imagine if we get PCock to one of the top 9 meme coins. Of course, it's got to kick milestones out of park. The next milestone is the top 1,000, right? I think that's pretty clear. It has to get to about a $30 million market cap, and it's getting pretty close to that, isn't it? Pretty close to that. So let me actually do the quick math on that. Yeah, I think it's 3.4 cents. I think is where we said it had to get to, but it's getting pretty close, right? Now, as you guys know, hey, thanks very much, SMO. Appreciate you. Appreciate that as well. So as you guys know, doing our best to do all the full coverage, and every so often, we're going to have some crazy stuff happen, unfortunately. But look, the monster thread is out. PCock's on the rise. PulseChain price is pretty friendly, and I think we're getting ready to rumble on the old PulseChain. So it's DCA for the win. All the good stuff. All right, take care, everybody. I'll catch you again tomorrow's show. A big shout out to everybody out there, the Crypto Paradise team. Big shout out to them. Big shout out to Liberty Swap. Big shout out to MVS Crypto, the editor-in-chief and the promotional lead for the Crypto Night Show. We're having a great time. We're going to be here month after month. Been here 6 years already, and I don't know how many years more in the future, but probably quite a lot. And it's going to be fun, guys. It's going to be fun. I'll catch you later. All right, see you in the Discord. See you in Telegram. And take care. We're going to keep you up to date with all the projects coming up. Remember, Coinwell is the next big juggernaut expected to launch from Rack and Rochelle. And we're excited about that. So stay tuned for that information as well. And of course, Vault 369. And it looks like we're going to have very soon Tetra and the cascading domino effect from that with many other projects, Signum, potentially PUSD ALGO, on-chain bet, Mafia game, and Giza. There's many stuff coming, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, I have to really think we're about to take off big time. And, you know, Richard Hart's out there making his moves. He's making his moves. Yeah, SMO says Bria. Yeah, Bria there. The AI agent, as we understand it, for Coinwell. I know Ms. Rochelle is pretty happy. But boy, has that dog grown. Is that dog grown or what? That dog has got big. Anyway, so it's a pretty feisty dog. I guess it's still in its adolescence. So, yeah, funny stuff. All right, take care. I really enjoyed the show today. Hope you have too. And onwards and upwards. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, take care. Bye for now.